From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Good Friday morning. We've made it to the end of the work week and we've made it to the end of this storm system. A couple more hours of snow to go for the mountains, and then after that could see some patchy freezing fog for lower elevations for tomorrow morning and Sunday morning. And overall, our forecast is going to be very dry and very mild for this time of the year. Okay, First Alert radar is showing you this very light area of precip that is traversing Interstate 90 right now in Grant County. It's starting to get a little bit more so into Adams County, but the bulk of our viewing area proper is dry this morning. Maybe a little area of snowfall in the Blue Mountains, but current temperatures kind of all over the map right now. 27 for Yakima, 34 for Sunnyside, 41 for the Tri-Cities, 45 for Hermiston. So an 18-degree difference between Yakima and Hermiston just kind of underscores all the different microclimates we have in this viewing area. Winds not too impressive right now, but just a little bit breezy, so it makes it feel that much colder outside. Here's your hourly forecast for this Friday for the Tri-Cities. It's going to end up being a beautiful day, mostly sunny skies. High temperatures about 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. That'll place us in the 40s and 50s for lower elevations. But the fun might come to an end with some patchy freezing fog in the forecast for the next couple mornings. I'll talk about this coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, Port of Benton leadership in the spotlight this morning as it's placed its executive director on paid leave. Coming up, what officials are saying is behind the review and what it also could mean for local operations.
And a new chapter at the Yakima Airport as the city names a new director. Straight ahead, we'll explain what Christopher Hopkins is bringing to the role and also his plans for future flyers.
Plus, a big honor for Ruth Livingston Elementary, the school receiving national recognition for student achievement. This morning, why the school stands out and what you are going to learn about it this morning. It's all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Jade Elliott. It is Friday, January 9th. Made it to the end of the week.
It's going to be a good weekend because
yeah,
there's emo night tonight, so I will be going to that. I'm really excited.
You got a party tonight. Yeah.
Usually had, chill weekends so far, but this will be a not so chill one. So I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to hearing about your not so chill weekend.
And I'll tell you all about it tomorrow.
Yeah, I know, I can't wait. A lot to get to this morning, of course.
And we do want to start with an Apple Valley News Now exclusive. The Port of Benton Commission has placed Executive Director Diane Howard on paid administrative leave.
So we've learned that this move follows a special meeting that was held on Tuesday. Port officials say the move is tied to a confidential internal review and that no additional details will be released.
Outgoing Commissioner Roy Keck says Howard was hardworking and had the best interests of the Port of Benton in mind.
Now, Keck says that he believes her being put on leave is about unresolved issues with the Richland Airport.
She's been there for the last 6 years, I think, 5 or 6 years, doing an incredible job. Totally changing and turning the port around and in attracting new manufacturing and energy projects. So a lot of those rents for those hangars out there hasn't changed in 30 years. Well, that's not fair for the taxpayers.
Port officials have not confirmed Keck's claims and say state law limits what they can disclose. In a statement, incoming commission president Bill O'Neill says the commission is committed to maintaining a professional workplace and ensuring uninterrupted port operations.
In a crime alert now, officials have arrested a Pasco apartment manager for voter fraud. They say she filled out 4 ballots belonging to her former tenants in the 2024 general election. Now, 3 of the ballots were counted. Franklin County Sheriff's Office saying they discovered the fraud after investigating suspicious ballots mailed to a former resident's old Pasco address. We're told the manager admitted to forging signatures and submitting the ballots. She's now facing 12 felony charges related to voter fraud and identity theft. Authorities urging anyone with more information to contact detectives.
Turning now to Yakima, a new chapter is beginning at the airport with the appointment of a new director. City Manager Vicki Baker announcing yesterday that Christopher Hopkins will be filling the role. Hopkins will begin on January 12th and brings extensive experience from airports nationwide and also aerospace consultancy. The transition follows the retirement of former director Robert Hodgman, who stepped down after citing challenges within city leadership. Hopkins is set to lead daily operations while developing a vision for the airport's future.
6:05, now looking to education, where an elementary school in Pasco is being recognized on the national stage for its academic success and student growth.
Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with the principal at Ruth Livingston Elementary School about the honor and what they continue to do that sets them apart.
Ruth Livingston Elementary School, located in Pasco, has been named a 2025 National ESEA Distinguished School, a prestigious honor awarded to schools showing exceptional outcomes for students. The recognition is given to federally funded schools across the country that demonstrate strong academic performance, and Livingston was selected for outstanding student achievement and growth. Principal Joe Gissa says he learned about the honor directly from the Superintendent of Public Instruction's office.
We got a call from OSPI just saying that we've been recognized as a national ESEA distinguished school, and based off high academic growth over the last few years. So they look at like our state assessments, and they determine, they look for schools that are knocking on the park, and fortunately Livingston is.
Gissa says having his school recognized at the national level was an incredible feeling.
Overwhelming, because we go into this work, we don't go into it for recognitions and accolades and awards. We go into it to support kids, but it's nice when you see, not only at the state level but the national level that they're seeing that we're really moving the needle and making a difference with kids.
The principal of Ruth Livingston Elementary School tells me that this is the first time that an elementary school in Pasco, as well as the Tri-Cities, has received a national recognition of this magnitude. However, he tells me that this award would not be possible if it were not for the hard work of his staff, as well as the culture that is being built here.
Got to be student-centered, in it to win it with kids, making sure that their basic needs are being met, but not just basic needs, but also we want all kids, regardless of your ethnicity, your background, your economic status, to have a sense of belonging here at Livingston.
Gissa says that mindset is what makes his staff special and why elementary education plays such a critical role in a child's development.
If they're not on grade level reading it by third grade, then they're likely to struggle the rest of their academic career. So we want to make sure that we're intervening early and supporting kids the best we can, academically, emotionally, behaviorally, socially, those kinds of things.
Staff at Ruth Livingston Elementary say their focus remains on helping every student succeed and ensuring all children have the same opportunities to learn. In Pasco, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
And as part of the honor, Principal Joe Risa is expected to represent the school at a national education conference in Denver this February.
And there, Livingston will be recognized alongside top schools from across the country.
Yay, I love this. All right, keep it here because coming up next, this morning a man is in custody after police say he stole a front loader and drove it at officers. The confrontation captured on body camera, ending with shots fired. And coming up, what officers later found at the scene that's now raising questions about the suspect's mental state. All the details are in your national news after the break.
Giving you a live look outside this morning from our Central Washington outdoor camera at the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. 6:08 on this Friday, and when we come back, Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth is going to have a look at your first alert forecast.
In an instant, your world can shatter. At Quantum Legal, we understand injuries can be an immense burden, taking a toll on your body and leaving you drowning in medical expenses. Battling insurance companies without legal representation will make matters worse. We are committed to advocating for your deserved compensation. Quantum Legal, where compassion meets justice.
Thinking about an RV show? Skip it and save some dough. At Broadmoor RV, you get real people, real prices, real service with the same great deals, no show required. Skip the crowds, skip the hidden fees, skip the show, and save some dough at Broadmoor RV, where we make camping fun.
Great home homes start with great appliances, and great appliances start at Fred's Appliance. Swing into Fred's Appliance and shop the full line of KitchenAid. From refrigerators to ovens, every KitchenAid appliance is on sale now. Like this KitchenAid dishwasher. Now save over $500. With the largest in-stock get-it-today inventory in the region and price match guarantee, Fred's makes upgrading your home easy. Family owned since 1962, we are your local appliance expert. Fred's Appliance, local like you.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms, with my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay, and I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. It can relieve fatigue and stop joint damage. And in PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events: infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
Then take back what's yours.
AbbVie could help you save.
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and take you on it. Well, before we take you on a tour of mountain passes, I wanted to talk about the overarching view of road conditions out there. You can see not as much blue as what we were tracking just yesterday morning, so we like to see the area of blue shrinking, at least when it comes to travel impacts. Now, obviously, the grand scheme, we need more snow up in the mountains. But let's go ahead and now I'll take you on that tour of our mountain passes. Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass. It's snowy, it's slushy. Traction tires are advised. They are also advised for U.S. Highway 12 at White Pass. That's where it's also a little bit slushy out there. Okay, then we'll take you over to the blues. Interstate 84 at Cabbage Hill, spots of ice, traction tires are advised. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, compact snow and ice. It's just been this blanket of snow out here all throughout this week. And yes, chains are still required, specifically if you're towing between milepost 10 and 39. Okay, we could see some patchy freezing fog over the next couple of mornings. This morning, the bulk of the reductions in visibility are up in the Cascades, but for tonight after midnight, could see some fog returning to lower elevations, especially Model Consensus is very keen on that idea for the Kittitas Valley. And then for tomorrow morning, looks like most of us will have that possibility through 10 in the morning. For the Kittitas Valley, it could be a little bit longer until 1 p.m. And then for Sunday, it's just kind of wash, rinse, repeat. And I always have to caveat these forecasts with this. Forecasting for fog is very finicky around these parts. There are a lot of nooks and crannies to our region. Okay, the snowfall going to be wrapping up within the next 4 hours or so. I'll talk about that and the much milder and drier weather we have after that. That's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
6:13 now to national headlines this morning, where a man is in custody after police say he stole a front loader from a construction site in Nevada.
Officers say he drove it directly towards patrol cars, forcing police to open fire. The entire confrontation was captured on body camera, and now Sophie Flay breaks down what led up to the intense arrest.
A Nevada man is in custody after authorities say he stole this front loader from a construction site and tried to ram police with it.
I have a guy trying to steal a bulldozer. He just threatened to kill me.
The man hopping a fence, then moments later crashing into that fence and onto the street. Police arrive moments later and confront him.
It looks like he's about to run over the police car. Oh my God, my morning. This guy is not playing.
The body camera video is from the first officer on the scene.
And he's taking off. He's coming towards me now. Get on the ground!
Police order the man to stop multiple times, but he ignores them. An officer exits his patrol car just moments before the man rams into it. The officer then opening fire. With the front loader stopped, police try to de-escalate the situation, shouting orders in English and Spanish. But he does not comply, and the officers move in. A struggle ensues, but they're able to take him into custody. 2 officers suffered minor injuries.
Our officers acted heroically and decisively to prevent a much greater threat to the public.
Police say the man was carrying a box filled with writings indicating possible mental health issues.
Sophie Flay, ABC News, New York.
And now the 2 officers were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries.
The suspect was also taken to the hospital. He now faces several charges that includes attempted murder, vehicle theft, and property damage.
All right, 6:15 here on this Friday. When we come back, checking in with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth as we give you that live look outside from our Central Washington outdoor camera at the rodeo grounds in Ellensburg. He's going to have your first alert forecast, let you know what you can expect, not only here in the valley, but also if you're headed to the mountains.
Ever feel like something's missing? Like there's a hole in your morning routine? Well, we've got just the thing. At Some Bagels, we make more than fresh bagels. We make a variety of baked goods to fill your day with everything you've been missing. Have your favorite coffee drink with our in-house roasted espresso beans. And enjoy your bagel with our flavored cream cheeses. Because at Some Bagels, the only thing better than the hole in the middle is everything around it. I want some, you want some, we want some, gimme Some Bagels.
How'd it happen?
She showed up dead on arrival.
This never gets easier.
It does when you call CarShield before your car breaks down. Look at these prices. The camshaft, transmission, engine.
Don't people know? A plan through CarShield could protect up to 5,000 parts and systems.
You hate to see it.
An out-of-warranty car is going to break down eventually.
Right, which is why they need a plan through CarShield.
Best of all, you'll get access to CarShield's concierge service, who can even help you find a mechanic near you.
They're notifying the family.
Poor guy. He doesn't even know what's coming.
Another victim of senselessly expensive repair bills. Can't save them all.
But we can keep trying. Didn't have to end this way. If he'd have just called CarShield before his car broke down.
Exactly.
CarShield has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau and was voted America's most trusted auto protection company. It's time to call CarShield now. Call 800-242-3095.
Only one station is on your side.
With the most coverage from the most places.
With comprehensive, accurate forecasts to help you avoid weather surprises. Only one station.
One station.
Apple Valley News Now.
Always on your side.
There are monsters out there.
How could the killer just do this and disappear?
It's a complete whodunit. He will use every avenue to solve the crime. It's done. He didn't get away with this.
The all-new 2020, tonight on ABC.
It is a wild card playoff game.
Texans, Steelers, NFL wildcard weekend. Houston battles Pittsburgh, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
Next live, Abbott Elementary's Chris Perfetti.
How are we supposed to teach here?
And pet longevity tips.
Good job.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
It's like mountain biking, but in snow. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Could have a few more hours of snowfall for mountains. It doesn't look like we're going to have that much, but of course we'll go ahead and talk about it. First Alert radar is showing you some very light stuff that is working through Grant County, the very northern stretches of Benton County. So at the Hanford site right now, if we were seeing a rain-snow mix, I wouldn't be too shocked, but that is very light stuff. Also some pretty light snowfall up in the Blue Mountains. So let's put the rest of this morning into motion with Futurecast radar. This is going to be one of the easiest Futurecasts I'll ever have to talk about, because by 10 a.m., pretty much poof, everything off the map. And then as we head into the afternoon, not just a dry day, but a pretty sunny day, at least for lower elevations, as the clouds are going to part like the Red Sea. So let's go ahead and talk about some of the snowfall totals we could have for the rest of this morning. Maybe another inch or two for Tollgate, maybe a little smattering for our Cascade passes. Not much is the big takeaway here. And then after that, our pattern's going to flip. We'll turn completely dry, mostly dry, a little caveat to that we'll talk about in a second, and then pretty mild for this time of the year over the next 7 days. Here's why. We have this very strong area of high pressure. When you hear high pressure, think of it as like a shield for active weather. And so that is going to shield us from active weather over the next 7 days. So the 7-day precip chance forecast for the Tri-Cities, a little shower chance for Monday. We'll talk about that storm system in a second, but overall, very dry, abnormally dry for this time of the year. And our high temperature is going to be abnormally warm by about 5 to 10 degrees. It looks like the warmest day is going to be Monday, so we could be into the low 50s. Okay, but back to that little blip you saw for Monday. That's going to be associated with the storm system that's going to last for the mountains from 4 p.m. on Saturday to 4 in the morning on Tuesday. Could bring us 2 inches of rainfall for the mountains. Not snowfall, but rainfall. That's going to be rain falling on top of existing snowpack. We could have a little localized flooding threat up in the mountains, but I don't think it's going to compare. In fact, I know it's not going to compare to the flooding threat that we had back in December. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Patchy freezing fog Saturday and Sunday mornings, then maybe a shower by Monday. In Yakima, a mostly dry forecast with highs staying in the 40s and 50s. And then for Ellensburg, freezing fog possible Saturday morning, then a low-end chance of freezing rain for Sunday. In Hermiston, a dry forecast all the way through with highs mostly between 45 and 50 degrees. And then finally for Walla Walla, dry and breezy days through the weekend with the possibility of patchy freezing fog Saturday and Sunday mornings.
Still ahead here on Good Morning Northwest, a lost dog tracked by drone in the dead of night, and another reunited with her family after 5 years apart. We've got the 2 incredible rescue stories coming up after the break.
At Furniture Row, a new year calls for a new sofa, sectional, dining group, bedroom set, mattress, and more. Because the New Year's Super Sale has been extended, so getting it all has never been easier. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. And score 60 months no interest financing. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer new looks at great prices. But hurry, the extended New Year's Super Sale at Furniture Row ends soon.
In our house, love comes in little bites.
Mom, you do this every time.
Quality control. Memories are made in the kitchen. Find the right appliance to make more of them at Fred's.
All GE appliances are on sale, like this GE fridge, now only $14.99. That's a savings of $1,100. Stop by your local Fred's appliance today and shop the region's largest Get It Today inventory. We sell appliances, only appliances.
Meet Jan. She's enjoying a beautiful day outdoors with friends and family. She's also managing her type 2 diabetes by taking Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell. You see, once daily Jardiance can help lower your A1C. Jardiance works 24/7 in your body to flush out some sugar. And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can reduce the risk of cardiovascular death too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So ask your doctor about Jardiance, the little pill with a big story to tell.
Welcome to Car Breakdowns 101. I'm your Professor Ice-T. If your car is out of warranty, a car breakdown could eat you alive. Look at that car. The transmission alone could cost you $3,000. And that engine, how much do you love your kidneys? Don't even get me started on the computer system. That's a small fortune. Do what I did and call CarShield. They get expensive car repairs taken care of so you don't have to. Class dismissed.
Call 800-242-3095.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Check this out. 2 emotional reunions that are reminding us just how far people will go to bring a pet home.
One involved a late-night drone search in the woods for an injured dog who'd ran off during a road trip.
And the other A 5-year mystery finally solved, reuniting a dog with her family more than 1,000 miles away.
Oh, get your tissues ready because Patrick Cornell has all the details in today's Take a Look at This.
A glowing orange dot from a drone shot shows the moment a search team located a hurt, elderly dog lost in the woods.
There she is.
Final Victory Animal Rescue says Abby was on her way from South Carolina to Maine when she escaped during a stop on the New Jersey Turnpike. The rescue used an AirTag on Abby's collar to track her across 25 miles until the USAR drone team showed up to take over the search. Operators working quickly, finding Abby minutes later, directing rescuers in the dark to her location.
There's 2 officers, one here, and the dog's in the center.
Police and animal control working in tandem to approach Abby, going slow to not scare off the golden retriever.
Go, 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 now, go, go, go.
Finally, moving in to safely secure the dog.
They got her. They got her.
Abby suffered hip and ligament damage and some road rash during her disappearance. She's now back in South Carolina to get that fixed before hopefully getting to her forever home. This little dog's time on the run lasted a lot longer. Photos show Sergio Torres being reunited with Bella after 5 years apart.
Man, it was a very emotional moment for everybody. Even when she first saw me, you could tell that she still recognized me a little bit.
Reportedly, Bella disappeared in Houston, Texas on New Year's Eve 2020. A half-decade later, Torres got a phone call revealing Bella resurfaced 1,000 miles away at a shelter in Rockford, Illinois. How Bella traveled all that way is a doggone mystery, but organizations wanted to get her back home, raising cash and enlisting a volunteer to fly Bella back to Texas, where she gets to be back with her family after a long adventure.
She was really attached to my oldest son, and when she saw my oldest son, she was reaching out her paw and everything. So it was a heartwarming moment for us.
For Take a Look at This, I'm Patrick Cornell.
I know.
She's just exploring. She was, you know, just sightseeing.
You hear about stories like that ever so often, and you wonder how.
Yeah.
How did they do that? How did that happen?
To like, if they had a camera on their back, just to see like how they got
journey.
Yeah.
I know.
I think of Homeward Bound, if you remember that movie. But I've heard stories like that where it's been like coast to coast, like, oh, we lost our dog in Atlantic City and it popped up in San Francisco.
Even with cats, I know some people sometimes put cameras on their cats and like the cat will just like go to the neighbors and just like lay down. Silly, crazy things.
Silly, crazy things is right. All right, so much more ahead here on Good Morning Northwest. Yakima voters are in for an upgrade. We'll talk about a new voting system there, and then take a look at this. The final beam raised at the Three Rivers Convention Center as a part of their newest expansion. They hit a major milestone, and coming up, we're going to let you know why this expansion is key for the city's economic future and what it could mean for the community and conventions ahead. All those details coming up in your 6:30 half hour.
The New Year clearance event is on now at Walker's.
Take advantage of special pricing on quality furniture throughout the store. Or say yes to no interest, no minimum purchase, and no money down financing.
Going on now at Walker's.
Welcome to Nob Hill Casino in Yakima. Experience the thrill of our Vegas-style casino, featuring the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club and earn exciting rewards. Enjoy games like Blackjack, Pai Gow, and High Card Flush. While you're here, don't forget to unwind with a drink at our cozy bar or enjoy a meal from our restaurant. Come discover Yakima's ultimate entertainment destination, Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Trump conservative Amanda McKinney knows how to deliver for Central Washington. As Yakima County Commissioner, McKinney fought government overreach, protected Second Amendment rights, and stood up for Washington's farmers and ranchers. In Congress, Amanda McKinney will fight to advance President Trump's agenda. That means securing the border, improving affordability by lowering everyday costs, and defending rural Washington. Amanda McKinney, America First, Central Washington always. Washington Rising is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Did you know that thousands of authors across the country have written books and published them with Page Publishing? If you've written a book, Page Publishing can help you through the process. We cut through the confusion of the publishing world to make it easy for you. If we decide to publish your book, your work ends and ours begins. From copy editing and proofing to typesetting and book cover art, we get you printed, distributed, and sold on Amazon, Apple iTunes, and in bookstores across the country. We'll even help you promote your book. That's right, we do all this for you. Biography, self-help, mystery, novels, sci-fi, even a children's book. No matter what genre, Page Publishing can bring your book to life. Call today for your free author submission kit and find out how you can be the next published author at Page Publishing.
Find the right publisher. Call 1-800-711-9637 or scan the QR code for your free writer's guide today.
Ulster has Will. They found 2 bodies.
You left me with a loaded gun.
I want to see.
Initial assessments are consistent with James Ulster and Special Agent Trent.
It's not Will's. Will could still be alive.
The New Year clearance event is on now at Walker's.
Save big on Beautyrest Black and Serta iComfort mattress sets. Or say yes to no money down, no minimum purchase, and no interest financing.
Going on now at Walker's.
The wild card playoff game. Houston battles Pittsburgh Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now. This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good Friday morning. Thanks for waking up with us, joining us here for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jade Elliott.
I'm Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
We could be seeing some finicky, freezing fog.
I love the alliteration. I'm
Say
a
that
sucker.
started fast. Yeah, finicky freezing fog.
Yes, it is
your favorite thing to forecast.
Favorite finicky freezing fog.
Favorite thing to forecast.
On a Friday. No, it's actually going to be on a Saturday and Sunday. Let's talk about all those.
We can't stop once we start, you guys.
Let's talk about all those big weather stories. Could have a couple more hours, more like a few more hours of snow up in the mountains. And then, yes, the aforementioned freezing fog that could be in our forecast for Saturday morning and Sunday morning. And then our forecast is going dry and staying pretty mild over the next 7 days. For now, we're going to focus in on the fog. Now, for this morning, it's just up in the Cascades. I'm not thinking it's going to spread down to lower elevations. We'll see. Sometimes by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, we can start to see stuff popping up. Thus far, that has not happened. For tonight, could see some fog after midnight. The model consensus is that the best ingredients are going to come together in the Kittitas Valley. Then for Saturday morning, fairly patchy for the Yakima Valley, for the Lower Columbia Basin, and for the Blue Foothills, but maybe a little bit more dense in nature for the Kittitas Valley. It looks like that cycle is going to continue as we head into Sunday morning as well. So, of course, we'll have more to say about that as we get more model data into the Weather Center, but I will talk about the snowfall that we're still tracking for the next handful of hours in the mountains, and also a little preview at your climate report. So that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
We begin this half hour of news in Yakima, where the city's election process is getting a crucial boost. The county is installing a new ballot sorting machine designed to make election season more efficient and reliable. The new Blue Crest Elevate machine from the same company that provides Yakima's previous model will transform how ballots are processed. The cutting-edge system verifies signatures by comparing them against the database, streamlines ballot opening by slicing envelopes automatically, and separates any ballots flagged for review, ensuring accuracy and speed. Yakima County saved for years to invest the $452,000 into this machine, which is expected to serve the community for at least the next 15 years.
And now to a major milestone for one of Kennewick's largest construction projects. The Three Rivers Convention Center expansion reached its highest point this week, signaling what city leaders say could mean big economic gains for the region. Crews installed the final structural beam. This topping off ceremony marks months of work on the expanded exhibit hall, and the project addresses the city's long-standing limitation of not having enough space to attract larger conventions. Officials say the expansion will boost tourism revenue and create construction jobs for the Tri-Cities region.
I think it plays right into their plans, you know, to bring more people from out of town to spend money in our community and be able to finance this and other projects in the future.
The project now enters its final phase with interior construction underway, and city leaders say the focus shifts to finishing the interior and booking future events that could bring thousands of visitors to Kennewick. And keep it here, because coming up next, the weekend just got a little more exciting. UW and WSU face off on the ice, followed by the Tri-City Americans, and I'll tell you how you can catch all the action. That's right after your full climate forecast.
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Some mornings, I get a little extra help. Memories are made in the kitchen. Find the right appliance to make more of them at Fred's.
At Fred's Appliance, all Bosch appliances are on sale. Save up to $300 on select Bosch dishwashers. Swing by Fred's Appliance today. We sell appliances, only appliances.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-959-5913. That's 1-800-959-5913, or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-959-5913 now.
Biking in the snow?
Basically modified mountain bikes. They're built around really big tires.
An awesome flight as we go fat biking.
That allows you to ride on top of groomed snow or somewhat packed snow.
Fly the Northwest. Apple Valley News Now at 6 Tuesday.
It's Friday! Next live, Abbott Elementary's Chris Perfetti.
How are we supposed to teach here?
And pet longevity tips. Good job.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
There's nothing like celebrating a big play. But now, we're celebrating something bigger than sports.
Love your mind.
Love your mind.
You're training your mind as much as you're training your body.
For me, just stay grounded. Be with the people who make my mental health better and not worse.
So when you see us hit this, it's a reminder to
love
your mind.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. It's time to go over your weekly climate numbers. We start off with the rainfall numbers that we've been tracking since October 1st. On the left side of the graphic, you see the rainfall that's actually fallen, that we've actually measured. And then on the right side, or really the middle side of the graphic, these are the numbers that you would typically expect during the stretch. And on the right side of the graphic, as if you do a little bit of math, you can see we have surpluses of rainfall across the board. Now, the surplus is a pretty measly one in the Walla Walla Valley, just 3%, so barely breaking even there. But for the rest of us, still healthy surpluses of rainfall. So that's good news. Then we'll talk about the water and the snowpack overall in 2 theaters, the Cascades, then the Blues. So first, the Yakima Basin, which is in the Cascades. If you tallied up all the water in the reservoirs of that basin, we have 37% more than you would typically expect for this time of the year. And the benchmark for severe drought, that would be if you tallied up all the water in the reservoirs and we had 25% less water than normal. So we're beating this by about 65 percentage points, which is very good. But this number right here can go down pretty rapidly if we don't have sufficient snowpack to melt during the spring into the summer months as well. look at the snowpack right now in the Yakima Basin. We are below average by about 40 percentage points. So this is bad. We really need to either break even or to flip this to a surplus. Then we would feel much better about the numbers on that previous graphic. Okay, now we'll slide over to the Blues Theater, all right? McKay Dam, that's a pretty representative reservoir, and this one is 18% below where it should be for this time of the year, just 7 points away from that severe drought benchmark. So definitely a much worse situation over this way. The snowpack is looking much worse as well. In the Umatilla, Walla Walla, and Willow basins, we're about 60% below where we should be for this time of the year. So those numbers, especially the snowpack numbers, not looking fantastic, and we don't have any snow in the forecast over the next 7 days. So, fingers crossed that the rest of the winter things can pick up. Okay, speaking of the snow, we do obviously have snow on the ground, and in the short term, that is causing some travel headaches. Let's take you on a zone-by-zone tour of some of those passes. Okay, Interstate 90 at Snoqualmie Pass. It's snowy, it's slushy, traction tires are advised. And then for U.S. Highway 12 at White Pass, it's slushy, traction tires also advised. Then this is going to be I-84 at Cabbage Hill, spots of ice, traction tires are advised. And then the final one we'll talk about will be Oregon 204 at Tollgate. There's a blanket of snow there, and there has been all week long. Compact snow and ice, yes, chains are required if you're towing specifically between milepost 10 and 39. A couple more hours of snow to go for our mountains, and then after that, a very mild and dry forecast specifically for this time of the year. We'll talk about that coming up in a few minutes.
6:40 now, turning to the weekend ahead, where hockey fans are going to get a rare opportunity to watch the University of Washington and Washington State University's ice hockey teams face off right here in the Tri-Cities.
Saturday will feature a doubleheader at the Toyota Center in Kennewick. UW and WSU will play in the Apple Puck.
That's right. Following their game, the Tri-City Americans will then take on the Moose Jaw Warriors. Puck drops at 6:05.
We are going to have a very fun game between Washington State Cougars and the University of Washington Huskies. They're calling it the Apple Puck. And any fans that want to come out, it's essentially 2 games for the price of 1. The doors open at 3:40. First, it'll be UW and WSU, and then our game.
And the college rivals will play a game tonight as well, prior to the doubleheader.
On Saturday, tickets for the Americans game will get you in to both games. Go Cougs.
Apple Puck, Apple Valley News Now, all great things. There we go.
I love it.
All right, keep it here because coming up next, we've got your morning sprint, everything you need to know before you head out the door. And Josh is back with your full First Alert weather forecast. It's all coming up in just a few minutes.
Even on an antidepressant, there are days I feel stuck in my head. Depression symptoms like sadness and low energy can hold me back. I wanted to break through. I asked about Vraylar. Adding Vraylar to an antidepressant significantly reduces overall depression symptoms better than an antidepressant alone.
Not for elderly with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants may increase these in those under 25. Report fever, stiff muscles, or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may not go away. High blood sugar may lead to coma or death. Weight gain and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, uncontrolled movements, tremors, feeling like you need to move, nausea, constipation, insomnia, dizziness, increased appetite, and fatigue are common. Side effects may not appear for weeks.
Vraylar, breaking through to relief. Ask about Vraylar.
These are just a few of the over 500,000 very happy Audient hearing aid customers. They're happy because they now live a better life. And they live a better life because they hear better. And they hear better because they purchased a full pair of Audient Adam 2s for only $189.
The Adam hearing aids, the best I have ever come across in my life.
Fit nicely in my ear. Nobody sees them.
Oh, I love the product, love the support, and I'm going to buy another pair.
Audient was rated in the best OTC hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today. You trust USA Today, so you can trust Audient. The Adam 2 is so tiny, nearly invisible. They've got great sound quality. And did we mention only $189 for a full pair?
It really does make it nice to be able to be out in a restaurant and hear what everyone's saying.
And it's so easy to order. Call Audion right now.
1-800-417-1483.
Shipping is free, and you get a 45-day money-back guarantee.
At Apple Valley News Now's Phase 3 Digital, we have the right message to grab attention and drive leads with strategies for your business to grow brands across the streaming apps you know best.
Plus, we have the local expertise that connects you with new customers in Central Washington, Northern Oregon, and the world.
Wherever your market is, whoever your market is, we'll get results that matter and build your business.
Phase 3 Digital from Apple Valley News Now. We know digital. Contact us today.
It is a wild card playoff game.
Texans, Steelers, NFL Wild Card Weekend. Houston battles Pittsburgh, Monday at 4:30 on Apple Valley News Now.
There are monsters out there.
How could the killer just do this and disappear? It's a complete whodunit.
He will use every avenue to solve the crime. It's done. He didn't get away with this.
The all-new 2020, tonight on ABC. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colberth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Yes, we could have a few more hours of snowfall for our mountains through 10 in the morning on Friday, but it doesn't look like it's going to be that much. And to that point, First Alert Radar is showing you, well, not much. What we do have on the map, maybe like a very light rain-snow mix, something of that nature towards the Hanford site, and some very, very, very light snow showers in the blue. So this truly is the last gasp of this series of storm systems that we've dealt with for this week. We've had just loads of snow up in the mountains, so this is really the last dance. See, by 10 a.m., it's going to pop off the map, and not only will we turn drier, but also the clouds are going to part. We should see plenty of sunshine today, specifically for lower elevations. Okay, just for kicks and giggles, let's talk about some of the snowfall totals that we could see for the rest of this storm system. Maybe another inch of snow for U.S. Highway 2, not even that for U.S. Highway 12 or Interstate 90 or U.S. 97. And then we'll take you down to the blues, just a little trace of snow, if you even want to call it that. But for the Battle Mountain Summit in Ukiah, you could round up and say an inch of snow for Cabbage Hill on I-84, and then maybe an inch or two for Oregon 204 at Tollgate. Not very much at all, and then our forecast is going to go nearly completely dry, nearly. We'll talk about that caveat in a second, but over the next 7 days, very dry, very mild for this time of the year. It's because of this high pressure system that is, or high pressure center that is over the West Coast right now. And when you hear high pressure around this time of the year, think of it as like a big dome, a big shield protecting us from active weather. Now, it's going to wobble just a little bit for Monday, low in rain chances in the Tri-Cities, but you see these highs going to continue to be about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal for this time of the year. The warmest day is going to be on Monday, as we'll be in the low 50s. But that little blip on the map for Monday associated with a storm system that could bring much more rainfall to the Cascades. Yes, rainfall, not snowfall. Snow level is going to be way up there, so we'll track the potential for some mountain flooding. It doesn't look like it's going to be nearly as bad as the event that we saw back in December. Here's a 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Patchy freezing fog Saturday and Sunday mornings. Then maybe a shower by Monday. For Yakima, a mostly dry forecast with highs staying in the 40s and 50s. For Ellensburg, freezing fog possible Saturday morning, then a low-end chance of freezing rain for Sunday. In Hermiston, a dry forecast all the way through with highs mostly between 45 and 50 degrees. And then for Walla Walla, dry and breezy days through the weekend with the possibility of patchy freezing fog Saturday and Sunday mornings. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the police chief at the center of the Ohio murder mystery investigation speaks out.
This case is definitely disturbing.
Chief Elaine Bryant sitting down with ABC affiliate WSYX Thursday to discuss the murder mystery. It was just before New Year's Eve when the Teppes were found shot to death inside their Columbus, Ohio home the morning of December 30th. Their 2 young kids still inside.
I can hear kids inside, and I swear I think I heard one yell.
but we can't get in.
Police found their 4-year-old daughter and 1-year-old son unharmed.
We know that there are a lot of concerns and a lot of questions surrounding this case, and we want to be able to be as transparent and answer as many of them as we can.
And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have the very latest on the Ohio murder mystery and the urgent investigation to crack the case. With your GMA First Look, I'm Marie Ananali, ABC News, New York.
Even if you have moderate to severe eczema, you can feel the rhythm, feel the flow. And Dupixent helps you feel the heal. It helps calm the key source of inflammation under the skin that can cause eczema. Some adults saw fast itch relief after the first dose and long-lasting clear skin at 1 year. Many even saw 90% clear skin. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor of new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Stay ahead of eczema and help heal your skin from within. Dupixent, the #1 prescribed biologic by dermatologists and allergists. Ask your eczema specialist about Dupixent today.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 6:50. It's time for your morning sprint. We start with your national headlines this morning. Reports show disasters across the U.S. caused about $115 billion in damage last year. The nonprofit group Climate Central released new data yesterday showing a record of 21 thunderstorms hit the U.S. in 2025, each causing at least $1 billion in damage. Wildfires in Southern California accounted for more than half of the year's total damage, and the report said 2025 was the least costly year for disasters since 2019. Interestingly, the report did not include damage costs from hurricanes, since not a single hurricane hit the U.S. last year. Climate Central started what's known as the $1 billion disaster database last year after the Trump administration dropped it, and the NOAA had been maintaining it.
In your business headlines this morning at 6:51, Elon Musk's AI chatbot is under fire for producing sexually explicit images and, in some cases, child pornography. There have been many reported cases of Grok responding to user prompts to digitally undress people. The range of those requests can vary from manipulating images to put people in underwear or bathing suits to extremely sexual situations. In some cases, minors appear to have been depicted in these ways. Musk has long advocated against censorship in the AI world. However, he says both Grok and X work to identify illegal content, remove it, and suspend accounts.
In your health headlines this morning, common preservatives used to keep food safe and extend shelf life may be linked to a higher risk of several cancers and type 2 diabetes. A cancer study closely examined the impact of 58 preservatives on more than 100,000 people who were free of cancer in 2009. One of the findings, 6 preservatives linked to cancer are considered generally recognized as safe in food by the FDA, and the other study examined the role of preservatives and the potential risk of type 2 diabetes in more than 100,000 people who did not have the disease at the start. It found 12 preservatives linked with nearly a 50% higher risk of developing type 2 diabetes in people who consume the highest levels, and 5 of the preservatives that cause cancer also raise the risk of developing type 2 diabetes.
52. Time for the top 5 local things you need to know this morning, as the Port of Benton Commission has placed Executive Director Diana Howard on paid administrative leave following a special meeting that took place on Tuesday. Officials tie the move to a confidential internal review and are not releasing any other details. Outgoing Commissioner Roy Keck says Howard was hardworking and had the port's best interest in mind. He suggests that her leave may be related to unresolved issues with the Richland Airport, but the port has not confirmed that. Incoming Commission President Bill O'Neill emphasized the port's commitment to professionalism and uninterrupted operations.
An apartment manager in Pasco has been arrested for voter fraud. This comes after she allegedly filled out 4 ballots that belonged to former tenants in the 2024 general election. 3 of those ballots were counted. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office discovered the fraud while investigating suspicious ballots that were mailed to a former resident's old address. The manager reportedly admitted to forging and submitting the signatures. She faces 12 felony charges, including voter fraud and identity theft.
Yakima Airport has a new director. City Manager Vicki Baker has announced Christopher Hopkins will start January 12th. Hopkins brings experience from airports nationwide and aerospace consulting. He succeeds former director Robert Hodgman, who retired, citing leadership challenges. Hopkins will oversee daily operations and develop a vision for the airport's future, aiming to maintain efficiency while planning for long-term growth.
Kennewick is also welcoming new leadership. City Council has selected Jason McShane as mayor during its first 2026 meeting. He was elected to the council back in November. He'll take over as the city prepares for budget talks and long-term priorities. And he says his focus will be balancing affordability and growth, supporting businesses while maintaining city services from public safety to parks. Chuck Torelli was selected as mayor pro tem, and both will serve in these leadership roles for the next 2 years.
And this weekend, hockey fans have a rare doubleheader. University of Washington and Washington State University facing off in the Apple Puck. It's a series taking place at the Toyota Center. Following that game, Tri-City Americans will hit the ice, taking on the Moose Jaw Warriors. Puck drops at 6. Tickets for the Americans game get you in to both. College rivals UW and WSU also playing a game tonight before the weekend doubleheader. Go Cougs.
Trending now this morning, some toddlers can learn new words just by overhearing conversations.
Yes, they can. I 100% can attest to that.
Oh boy. But now some new research suggests some super smart dogs can do that also.
Yeah, this new study shows just how clever some dogs can be. Researchers introduced 2 new toys to 10 gifted pups and repeatedly said the toy name. 7 of the 10 dogs learned to identify and retrieve the new toys. And get this, they could even do it without touching the toy, just by overhearing their owners talk.
Aww.
Scientists say these pups are picking up on things like gaze, tone, and keywords. Among the top students, Border Collies, German Shepherds, Labradors, Australian Shepherds, and even a Blue Heeler.
So next time you talk to your dog, remember they might be taking notes.
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, because I can't say chicken, you know, because my dog knew that one.
Yeah, right.
They spell it out, you know.
They do know.
And they still are like,
huh? Was that a
I think I know that. Yeah, I think I know that spelling.
Yeah,
amazing.
Smarter than we give them credit for sometimes.
Yeah, I'd love to see that study with cats, because my cat, it's more like the tone of voice. If I hear her getting into my trash, I go, hey, and she'll just kind of come trotting back.
Cats also, like, they won't listen. Like, they hear you, but they're like, I don't care.
Yeah.
And dogs are like, sorry.
It's very selective with the cats.
Yeah, for sure. All right, get us out the door. We are in for a little bit of a
wintry
chilly,
mix,
but kind of mild weekend.
Yeah, it's going to be very mild for this time of the year. We'll be about 5 to 10 degrees warmer than normal, but a nice little break. December was high-flying action nonstop. This is going to be a little bit of a break. We just don't need it to be a sustained break, because we definitely need the snow up in the mountains. First alert radar showing you some pretty light stuff traversing the area this morning. If you do see a slick spot out there, if you see a wet spot, just assume that it's a slick spot, and of course just take it very, very slow. Temperatures out there kind of all over the map. We're seeing 20s, we're seeing 30s, we're seeing 40s. So as you head out the front door, just be sure to bundle up, dress accordingly. There are some very light breezes out there this morning. That's going to make it feel even more brisk. Your hourly forecast for this Friday, plenty of sunshine. We'll have highs in the 40s and 50s for lower elevations. And our forecast is going to be pretty mild, pretty dry for this time of the year.
And thank you guys for watching Good Morning Northwest. You can always find updates on our website. That's applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Good Morning America's up next. We're back tonight with your local news and weather.
Have a great day and a great weekend.